Thanks for staying. I just want to say, as a fat girl, it's really exciting to be here to show off the personality I've been developing for the last 2 years. I go to NYU, which means that I didn't get into Columbia. But before I went to NYU, I went to this big public party university. I'm not allowed to say for legal reasons, but let's just say, like Dorothy, I'm not in this state anymore. And I had the really stereotypical college female freshman experience. I'm sure you're all really familiar with it. It's where you get raped by a football player at a Halloween party. It's pretty common. Living out the exact plot of a Lifetime movie is way less exciting than I thought it would be. Nobody's hot. There's no 80s sitcom star that showed up randomly as the doctor or something. The stalking was really boring. And then when I had to go to the psych ward, they didn't even use a straitjacket, which I felt kind of defeated the point of a psych ward. The biggest amount of drama I had in the hospital was this really bitchy nurse, Susan, wouldn't let me bring my blanket into group therapy. And so then I had to organize a blanket protest where we all brought our blankets into group therapy, and then Susan took away our Jell-O for a week. After I got out of the hospital, I had to go to intensive outpatient, which is where you have to listen to other people talk about their problems for 12 hours a day, which is when I realized that the Republicans are right. I am being punished by God for dressing as a slutty Rux Kwando from Napoleon Dynamite on Halloween. And we had this really interesting guy named Randy in my group therapy. And when I say interesting, I mean he's a pathological liar. And he would he had all these mottos. So he would look us in the eye and he'd go, "I'm just here to stay out of incarceration, institutionalization, and interment." And then he'd go, "I've been sober for 20 years except for that weekend in Miami." And he never told me about his weekend in Miami, and I always really wanted to know the details. We'd also have to go around and say one good thing that happened to us the day before. So someone might say "Oh, my wife didn't yell at me." Mine was "I didn't kill myself." And Randy would go, "I murdered a burglar who entered my home with a throwing star. I was alerted to his presence by my chihuahua Baxter. I made my roommate Jerry dispose of his body in the dumpster behind the apartment complex. If you are not familiar, Jerry is my servant forever because he tried to kill me, but I'm the #1 martial artist in all of Northwest Florida, so he failed." And that's when I realized it was time to leave group therapy. I reported my sexual assault before it was kind of this honorable thing to do when other people were doing it. So when I walked in, not as great as it sounds. So when I walked into the police station, they were like, "I don't know, sounds like you're just a lying slut." And I'm like, "You're probably right, I'll just show myself out." I had a really public case because when you're raped by the third string long snapper on the worst team in the NCAA, for those of you that don't know, that's the worst person ever. You draw the ire of a lot of football fans. And I got a lot of really creative death threats. I once got this email from a guy with 30 ways he would kill me using a tampon. And they all showed a real lack of understanding of what a tampon actually is. So one of them said, "I'm gonna carve this into a shiv and I'm gonna stab you in the neck with it." Okay, well, it's cotton, so I don't think you're gonna do a lot of damage there. Another one kind of showed this brief glimpse of intelligence, and he said, "I'm gonna shove it down your throat and choke you with it." I'm like, "Okay, well that, they do expand when moistened, so that might actually be effective." The lawyers were really mean to me from my school. They kept saying that me and my claims were baseless, and I already know that I don't own a bass guitar, and I don't need them to constantly remind me of it. Anyways, my dog's a real son of a bitch. Yeah, so you guys know that Hemingway 6-word story, for sale, baby shoes never worn. My question is why would you not try on baby shoes before you buy them? That's a really expensive material. Like, if I'm gonna buy shoes made out of babies, like, I'm gonna want to make sure they fit. You know, there's like a reason that Republicans are trying to ban abortion, and it's because their wives keep buying shoes made out of babies. You know, Planned Parenthood is so infamously wealthy because they're selling fetuses to Republicans to make shoes. Thank you.